All right, listen up. I am so serious. If you have any children in the room, please go ahead, put them to bed. This is an adult-only episode. This is finally where I get demonetized for good. It's 1 p.m. Let's get down to business. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. So you know what they say, money can't buy taste, but it can buy you an X-rated porn watch, and that's just priceless. Now guys, I'm not even sure how much I can show you in this episode, if anything at all, because I'm pretty sure that, well, there's boobs and, well, there's a lot of stuff in this episode. You see, there's a whole genre of watches called erotic horology, which is just fancy talk for porn watch. And I mean, I might be the only one. You can call me a prude, but I don't know why these two things have to be combined. Like separately, fine, but together, super duper confusing and disgusting, like orange juice and mayonnaise. Like who on earth was so bored that they looked at their watch and was like, you know what this thing needs? And listen, there's a whole bunch of companies that partake in erotic horology. Ulysses Nardin, or Ulysses Nardin, however you want to say it. Ulysses Nardin, they do a whole bunch of these porn watches. And if I'm being honest, that's not really surprising, right? Ulysses Nardin is essentially the high-end Invicta, so nothing would blow my mind about that company. In fact, during SIHH 2019, when companies like JLC were showing off their mechanical wonders like the Gyro Tourbillon, companies like Ulysses Nardin were showing off mermaids doing stuff. And let's see, Jacob & Co., they dabble in erotic horology, and that's also not surprising, right? I mean, when they're not bedazzling an entire watch with thousands and thousands of gemstones, they're making watches like that. And not to be left out, Richard Mille has an erotic watch. Now, it's not visually offensive, but the words on it, oh mama. Here's one. I want to arouse your nipples. I was just wondering if it was lunchtime. And then there's watchmaker Sven Anderson. That's right, none of these companies even hold a candle to Sven. He pretty much only exclusively makes porn watches. Here's one. What? Why is there a dog? What's the dog doing? No. FBI. I'm shutting this whole thing down! And guys, although all the watches I've shown you so far are kind of silly, unnecessary, inappropriate, maybe even grotesque, perhaps the worst offender in erotic horology is Blancpain. Okay, Ulysses Nardin, Jacob & Co., Sven Anderson, I don't know what is wrong with that guy, but I expect it from them, right? Why Blancpain? How do you go from something as elegant as the Villeray series to something as just silly as, you know... But guys, by far the funniest thing, in my opinion, about all these erotic watches is that most, if not all of them, are like 5 figures and above, which means there's some really rich dudes with really deep pockets that can't bear the thought of having to tell time without seeing someone doing the nasty on their watch. Now guys, I know this episode's been kind of silly, maybe a little gross, a little uncharacteristically vulgar. I know my mom watches my channel, so I'm sorry, Mom, but this is like a whole genre of watch that I get a ton of questions about, and I've held off for a really long time. I didn't want to talk about it because, in my opinion, this is just unnecessary. And I'm not trying to act like sexuality is taboo. You're not allowed to do those things, blah, 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 blah. No, that's fine. I just don't understand why you have to bring it into the watch world. I don't get it. I would never wear a watch having that stuff on it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's appropriate. And it's weird. But again, you can call me a prude. But all in all, this is kind of like an unspoken inside joke of the watch community that nobody talks about, because it is kind of weird and uncomfortable. But as always, I'd love to hear your take. I mean, you guys know I'd never own one of these, but what about you? Which one's your favorite? I'm just kidding, I don't want to know. But let's go ahead and continue the conversation in the comment section. Let's try to keep it PG. And guys, I know you're wondering, how can I support this awesome Time Teller channel, my favorite channel on YouTube? I want to support him. Well, it's so nice of you to ask, guys. You can go ahead and click the link in the description below and shop at the Time Teller shop, okay? It's kind of the one-stop shop for the watch collector like you. I have watches, none of these X-rated ones, more, you know, PG, maybe PG-13 watches, but I have a bunch of cool watches there. Watch accessories like watch straps, watch winders, watch toolkits even, everything the watch collector like you needs. So click that link in the description. Shop around. You help the channel out a ton when you do that, so thank you. And if you're new here, I promise the majority of my content is family friendly. I try, guys. I try not to even cuss anymore on this channel. I think there's like 4 or 5 episodes that I've dropped the F-bomb in, but I try really hard not to swear, okay? Fudge. There, I said it, fudge. But if you are new here, okay, if you are new here, please consider clicking that subscribe button. It takes 1 second and it helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, please go ahead and click that bell icon. YouTube does an increasingly poor job of notifying my subscribers when I upload, and I upload a whole lot, and I don't want you to miss out. This is a whole lot of fun here, so please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with other watch enthusiasts, or really anybody that you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Alright, well, if you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing to the channel because there's a whole lot more where that came from. Also, I have no idea how YouTube works yet. Hopefully in the future I'll get the hang of it, but I think there should be some recommended videos for you to watch. There might be one over on this side of the screen. There might be one over on this side of the screen. Who knows where they're gonna be? YouTube's always changing. Life is always changing. You know, there's a lot to learn about life. We'll save this for another episode. Anyway, click one of these videos, watch it, subscribe to the channel. I love you.